What's up?
Well, we are officially on our way home from our little weekend trip to Illinois. And gosh,
It's still cold.
it is freezing. The wind
That's
is
fine.
blowing, and but we wanted to stop because this weekend has been unlike what we're typically used to when we go to
Right.
do something.
Right.
We didn't end up getting time to start a video for you guys, so we're gonna have to just kind of tell you along the way what happened. But we headed out to Illinois, Springfield, Illinois, to meet up with my cousins, and we were going to spend the weekend. We thought maybe we would go look at some sites, but we weren't exactly sure what the weekend held for us. Man, that sun is beautiful. However, it is welcome warmth from the sun.
Well, I don't know what warmth she's talking about. I'm sitting
There's
here
a
freezing.
little bit. Okay, so we got to Springfield, and we stopped and got into our hotel, and that was crazy. So we thought that when we got there that we would set up and we would do a quick video and just kind of tell you guys we had made it. That we didn't really know what we were going to do for the weekend, but we were about to get a plan together, but that did not happen.
But there were 700 kids
almost
staying at this hotel.
Almost 800,
Yeah.
770 or something.
And it was just a lot, but it was awesome. I mean, they were having some kind of conference.
They were
there
so
was
sweet.
There was a lot of energy there, and it was a really nice hotel.
It was.
Crowne Plaza. I would highly recommend it if you got a few extra dollars to stay at it. Rooms are nice.
They
Loved
were
it.
very affordable. They were
Yes.
very affordable rooms. The staff, everyone there was super kind.
Right.
Yeah, and they were really accommodating, even because they not only had this conference, this leaders conference, they also had a ball tournament, and there was one other tournament. So all in all, there was almost 1,500 kids in this hotel, but everybody was so pleasant and they handled it so well. So anyway, we got in the first night and we got to hang out for just a little bit. We got to talk to some of the people there at the hotel. And the next morning, we got up and we decided that we were going to go check out Lincoln's Homeplace.
And that's when we figured out it is unbelievably and unseasonably cold.
It was so cold.
It did not ruin the trip,
It didn't.
but
No.
we did not do a lot of the outside walking around at Lincoln's home that we would have liked to. I mean, you see some footage of some of the things you could check out, but all the homes that we toured was really, really cool.
Right.
And
We definitely will go back when it's warmer because we do want to see more of it.
I don't know, I was told that I'm a bad omen when I come up this way and meet her cousins. that
Yes,
They say I bring the cold with me because I don't think
He
we've ever
does.
been up here when it's warm.
he does. It is so cold. I mean, it's almost May. And it was spitting snow yesterday.
Yeah.
But anyway, moving along. So we were getting there to be able to get our tickets to do the tour for the Lincoln home. And the roads, there is so many roads that are one way and your GPS does not tell you. So you have to really look out for this. So if you would pass something, you couldn't just flip right around.
Right.
You had to literally go 3 blocks at least before you could get back around on one of those one-way streets to come all the way back around on your one-way street. So that took us some time. Also, we learned that you have to be there early to get tickets to see the Lincoln home. It is free.
Yeah,
They
that's
accept
cool.
donations.
Yeah,
There's
that was really
donation
cool.
boxes around, but we learned that it was completely free, so anybody can do this. It was great for kids, but they have a little museum there in the visitor center. You have to go in and go to the front desk and tell them what time you want. Usually it's at least 45 minutes out, if not just a bit more. And the tickets go pretty quick, especially during the summer. Sometimes you have to be there at 8:30 in the morning in order to get your tickets for the afternoon because they go really fast. And once they're gone, they're gone. You can't get in on that day's tour. But we managed to get in on the tour. We got our tickets, and we only had 45 minutes before our first tour. So they gave us the paper that had 2 other museums out there next to the home. So we had to go out and check those out first, which you're going to see some footage of those. I couldn't even remember the name of one of the houses because we were trying to go so fast. We were trying to take it in, but it was cold, and we were also trying to get back to the tour.
Mainly doing what she loves. So what is this, the Charles Dean house?
I haven't yet seen the front of it yet, so I'm not sure what the name of this one was. It was just I think Albert or something, or Robert or something.
I think that's what it was though when you guys tried to lock me out.
He keeps right over here.
Yes. This is really, really cool though.
When we finally made it back and we got to the tour, that That was epic. That girl, Kaylee, was that her name?
Caitlin,
Caitlin.
Ranger Caitlin.
Ranger Caitlin. She was so awesome. She really took her time, took us through the house, and had so many details about it. It was absolutely incredible. And then when we got done there, we actually got to walk out through the back and look at the yard, the homestead there.
Right.
And then we learned that all of those houses around there, that they're all historic, that they have been rebuilt. And that was kind of like the little park area, what it looked like when we lived with them.
Or it didn't quite look like this. It actually looked more like that home on the corner over there behind us. It was just a 1.5-story cottage. But as Lincoln family grows and their income grows, so does the house. So we know they did at least 5 additions to the home in the 17 years that they lived here. One of the last ones was the 2nd story, and they completed that project around 1856. But the way that this house looks today, and the other 19 historic buildings that we have here in the park, those have all been restored to look like they did in 1860, when Mr. Lincoln was campaigning for the presidency. And in 1860, this is a busy neighborhood. So where all these empty lots are around us here, use your imagination, there were homes there for Lincoln's here. But most important thing about it is, this was a middle-class neighborhood. This is not where any of the wealthy people in Springfield would have lived. And there was a lot of diversity here. So Portuguese immigrants, Irish and German immigrants, and free African Americans, they all shared these streets with the Lincolns. So it's important to keep that in mind while you're here. Those are Lincoln's neighbors, few of his friends, people that he would see in his community every day. You have any questions about the outside before we head in?
What's up? It is very cold.
It is so cold. We are in the garage right now, so you can't really see it, but it has been spitting snow. Y'all, it is like the end of April and it is spitting snow.
But we still had a good time at Lincoln's home. We
Yeah.
did a little tour of that. You'll see some footage of that. It was very, very cool.
Oh, it was so awesome. They have one piece in there that we're going to show you, but I have to talk about it for a second because it's so cool. It's the oldest piece that they have in the home, and it is Mary Todd's dresser, and it is just a little over 200 years old.
Right.
And it is perfectly preserved.
Some of the original wallpaper.
Yep.
I mean, it's just a really cool thing. And all you got to do is go and get your tickets.
Yes, it is free.
Yes.
Like, it is completely free. They do accept donations. There's donation boxes, but they don't ask you for anything. Like, you just go up, tell them, you know, when you want your time, and you have to kind of get there early because there's all kinds of crazy little things, you know, like you have to get your tickets ahead of time for the show and then do the tour, and then you can see the other things. But yeah, you just go up there, you tell them how many tickets you want, they will print your tickets and you can come back for the show, and it is completely free to do all of this.
It's very cool. So we're going to go see the museum now. We'll get some footage for you.
And so then everything just spiraled quickly, like not out of control, but it just went from there. So as soon as we got done there, we were going to go to the presidential library, or we did go to the presidential library, but we thought it was like, a block or so. And with those roads, it ended up being quarter
I
mile.
honestly didn't pay attention to this part because we were riding in the back seat.
Yeah.
And so,
And we got to see
I
the
didn't-
old Capitol.
yeah, we saw the old Capitol building. But I will say, if you are a history buff, she definitely is. I enjoy it too because I've been to DC and many museums, but this is definitely a place that you want to check out.
Definitely.
The Abraham Lincoln Presidential Library and Museum, I don't even know
So we can
the
explore
right
it.
words to
Yeah.
describe it because, you know, you're growing up and you go on field trips to museums and they're fine and you can read stuff and see artifacts, but this museum has a lot of money pumped into it. The technology in this museum,
Is beyond.
there's holograms. Both of the shows, they have 2 theater shows that we got to see that day. One through Lincoln's Eyes, which I was really amazed, because you would think it being Springfield that they were going to slap an S on Lincoln's chest, and all you would hear about is all the good things about him. But they give you the whole portrait of the people that didn't like him, disagreed with him. The Emancipation Proclamation, was it doing too little or doing too much, and all of the problems that were going on at that time. And it was just an amazing story, and the way it was told with holograms and sounds, and even your seats shook.
Yes.
And,
It was immersive.
Yeah, it was very immersive. And then there was another one called The Ghost of the Library, which did use hologram technology. It's about a 9-minute show. And it was how there's a ghost in the library because they put their lives in words and how they come to life. And it was really cool. And it was really cool how it ended, because it kind of brought it all back together. It kind of did a little twist, you know, at the end. That was really...
And then that prepares you to go on through the rest of the museum, the way it's set up and everything. You get to go through the museum, and in the museum they actually have on the wall books, like the names of the books and the authors.
Bug went by.
It has the names of the books and the authors that you can pick up and continue to read on a little bit more about it and people's story that was in there. So that was just really amazing. If you did nothing else but that, it is definitely worth the trip. It's not expensive. For 4 of us to go, and we actually didn't do the senior discount, which was funny. For 4 of us to go.
Why'd you point at me when you said that?
Well, I was thinking of Keith, because I was pointing over telling you about that steak.
Oh, yeah.
It was only $40, almost $40. So it wasn't bad, and the armband that they give you was good for all day long. So that was really cool. You could come and go if you wanted and like check out some other stuff. And if it would have been warmer, we would have. But that, if you do nothing else but come for that, that is definitely worth it.
Strategies behind their efforts. Kept off the ballot in most southern states. The Republican campaign has largely bypassed the South in the belief that if Lincoln carries enough northern states, he can win in the Electoral College and take the White House without a single southern vote. Ironically, union is the theme of the latest message of Illinois Republican Abraham Lincoln.
You must step down from the ticket, or better yet, resign.
Now, then your post of liberty finally landed. You have listened to me. There is not a nation of this earth that has their practices more shocking and bloody than the people of the United States.
And then from there, we had very little time, so we bolted over to Lincoln's tomb, which is a great story in itself. And I'm not going to tell you all of it here because you totally need to hear it from there. But yeah, there was some attempts to steal his body back a long time ago, and that is why he is where he's at right now. That was very cool. And there was a statue out front that he had read about. And so we ended up coming up on that, and you're supposed to like rub its nose for good luck. And it was just fun because you could see where everybody had rubbed the nose, and it was all bronze, like shiny bronze.
Yep. So the legend is if you rub his nose, you have good luck. As you saw, Keith picked his nose.
We did that. That was some fun, but it was really incredible just to walk through those halls, those marble halls where Lincoln's tomb was, and see the different statues that there are many replicas of what's all over the country, not just in the state of Illinois. And it was very, very cool.
So a couple of gripes that I will have is, well, one, the weather was not ideal. That's why we kind of rushed
Nothing
into.
you can fix, though.
No, nothing I can fix. I can take that up with Jesus next time.
Lord, please.
The gift shops. We've been to Disney, Universal, all these other theme parks, Dollywood, and usually merch is a little overpriced, but I will say that the gift shops that we went into were way overpriced, because I would have been prone to buy something just as a little token of our little trip.
Yeah.
Maybe a hat. I mean, they had a lot of really cool shirts, because Lincoln has become almost this man and myth as well. So they had a lot of really cool shirts that kind of played into the idea of Lincoln. But man, it is way overpriced. I guess if you love Lincoln that much, then you want to throw down that money, God bless you. You can do it. I'll go to a Target and find a Lincoln shirt or something like that. But that would be my one.
They didn't make it affordable for families to be able to buy their children mementos from it.
So you couldn't buy her Mary Todd Lincoln bonnet that she wanted.
That was really cool, though. They did have a lot of that.
Yeah, they sold the bonnets and the hats.
It was really cool what they had in there and the selection that they had. If you're going to buy any kind of memento, I would say do it at the visitor center, where you get the tickets for the tour, because it is less expensive there. It's more affordable to be able to buy some things for the children. You may not be able to buy a lot, but you can get a couple of little things at the visitor center. But don't try to go to the library or any other place like that to purchase those things, because it's higher than anything you're ever going to find at Disney or any place like that.
My second gripe is we went through the home and we went through all that museum, and I learned nothing about Lincoln Logs.
Yeah, they did not tell him about Lincoln Logs.
Me and her cousin were
looking for Lincoln Logs.
We were highly disappointed with that. No, the museums are cool. Especially
there's no actual gripe.
If you are from our area, this is a 3-hour trip. It's definitely worth making. We ate some great local foods.
Yes.
We had a place called Boone's. We heard some jazz that night.
You'll see tag these places for you guys if you want to look them up, to even the hotel, because it was super affordable.
They're really big on this dish called a horseshoe, which some people call it a Texas heart attack. I can't remember what Keith said that it was called somewhere else, but it's basically a piece of Texas toast.
A mountain. Kind of mountain.
Yeah, a magic mountain.
Yeah.
Magic mountain. It's got Texas toast, protein, fries, and cheese smothered all over it. I did not have one of those, but Boone's was really, really good. We ate these stuffed pickles, fried pickles, where they stuffed like pepper jack cheese in them, and it was all really good. And we ate at this place, and I can't ever remember the second part of the name, but it's a microbrewery. It's called Obed's. We went over there and checked that out, and we had some really good dishes there. And then this morning, we had a nice little brunch place at La Peeps. And you know a place is good if you have to wait to get in.
We didn't, honestly. It looked like we were going to have to wait a very long time. There were so many people there, and people kept coming through the door. But we only had to wait about 10 minutes to get seated, so it wasn't bad. The service was incredible. They were on it. The food came out really quick, and it was so good.
Right.
I mean, like, the quality of the food was definitely next level.
What's up? Technical difficulties. That's what happened. See, I just about knocked our pepper over. This is our kitchen, and we didn't get to finish the last part of our video there, so we wanted to pop in and just say, hey, we love La Peeps, we love Springfield, and we want you to like and subscribe and ring the bell for notifications, because we've got more great trips coming up.
Yes, and thank you guys so much for sticking with us, for following these videos, and going with us through all of the technical difficulties that we have here too.
Yeah, but you know what? Some people, they have professionalism. We have authenticity.
We're just us.
We're just us. But thank you so much for watching.
One day looking back, Piper and Beck are going to think this is like hilarious that we had to pop back in here just to finish this up for them.
But until next week,
we
are the Travelin Gypsies.
Thanks, guys.